Hi everyone, I'm going to quickly walk through document setup for the Sewn Pamphlet book. I have a half letter, which let's double check is 5.5 by 8.5 inches, 16 pages, have them be facing pages. And if you intend to have a bleed, if you want your images to go full bleed, this is one of the places you could set that up. I'm just going to default to 0.125 inches all the way around and hit create. I didn't do that in class. That was my error. But if you also didn't, you could correct that after the fact by going to File, Document Setup, and then under this first drop down, not under this first drop down, down here, going to Bleed and Slug and setting your bleed to 0.125 in this first category, and then it should automatically sync all of them. So I'm going to do that, head over to Pages, and then go over to Parent Pages, go to Get My Text, add a space to type, insert special character markers, current page number. So most of you got past here in class. I'll just finish up for symmetry. But what I want to also address are a few of kind of the issues that people noted right after class ended. So I'll go into my actual document. So I have a few images. You can see on my first page, this is one. The bleed is marked by the red line, and I want to make sure that my images go all the way to the bleed if I want them to be printed as a full bleed eventually. So that obviously doesn't matter for pages 2 and 3, but that does matter quite a bit for this 4 and 5 spread. So if you look, you'll see that this image actually is a little bit shy on the bleed. So I would want to drag it out to meet that point. I actually need to drag it here. Can you tell that I'm not Miss InDesign? But really, I just want to make sure that my image is actually going to go to the edge of the bleed, and it is now. One issue with my image here, and you can see I can nicely see that my 2 and 3 page numbers are showing, but 4 and 5 are being covered by the image. So if this is happening to you, I'd go Window and open up your Layers panel. Mine is open, and I'm going to temporarily turn off my image file, and you can see my page numbers are still there. They're just being covered. So I'm going to, on a Mac, hit Shift Command, and that allows me to select this text layer as its own thing, and I'm just going to drag it above my image layer. I'll do the same thing over here with the 5, drag it above. So now when I turn Goldfoss back on, I can see my page number. It's black, so it's not showing up very well. So another thing I could elect to do is Shift Command to select this, and then I could change the text color on just this slide. So I could move it up, and I could do the same for the 5. So in this case, again, Shift Command for me to select it. That helps me see the page number a bit better. It's a good solution for this particular image. So I'll just quickly go through. There is an image I already did that change to. Make sure that the images that I want to go out to the bleed line are going out, which isn't that many of them, honestly. But I look pretty much set to go. So when I'm getting this ready to print, I'm going to go File, Export. Adobe PDF Print is great. I'm going to save this as Sewn Pamphlet 4, hit Save, and then I'm going to be given some options. So I'm just making sure I'm saving all pages as pages. I went into compression and asked not to downsample, which is going to make my file bigger. I just wanted maximum image size. And then under marks and bleeds, I just clicked Use Document Bleed Settings so that when we go into Acrobat and are printing, it'll be the same. So you'd hit Export. I've already done that. When I pull up my most recent export in Acrobat and I go into the Print dialog box, it should be all set to print full bleed. Again, you want to send it to the right printer, all pages, booklet, both sides. this portrait orientation works pretty well. I double checked and went into my page setup just to make sure it was scaling it to 100%. That seemed to help my image actually print full bleed, but this should be good to go. This was very quick, so feel free to shoot any questions my way.